Hello and welcome to this video. Today in the beautiful rainy stormy weather in Germany, the rain is not stopping and I assume you will be able to hear that in the background as well. So it's not background noise, static background noise, something weird. No, it's beautiful nature that is coming into the video. Today I want to talk about the ST style guitar self-built kit from Harley Benton. So I want to give a little bit of a review. I want to give a build overview and an unboxing and how I designed the guitar. Now we come to the review part of the set. I have to say that I enjoyed building it, and so I would already answer the biggest question: do I recommend to buy it? Would I buy it again? Yes, I would. I think the set is worth the money. It is an extremely simple construction. I have not worked on a guitar, electric guitar, or any other instrument before that, and I had I have previous knowledge from RC planes, but other than that, it was a very simple construction for me. Problems are, I think, things that could be improved are that the manual is not always clear. The backs inside the set are not, with all the parts, are not numbered, and especially in regard to the screws, that can come to confusion because the manuals are black and white and it's not always clear what screw we have to use when, and it's not stated. So you have to use a little bit of your brain there to find the right screws at the right moment. It's okay. It could be improved though. Other than that, the assembly is extremely simple. The wood is pre-treated, so it's pre-locked. It is also surprisingly smooth. Everything is smoothed out. I didn't need sandpaper. So the assembly itself is very simple, very straightforward. If you have basic tools, you can do it. Also, if you have basic knowledge, you will have no problem assembling it. The only thing that I really did not like was sometimes, so the kit is completely fabricated for you. The only thing that you have to do is like put everything together. But this also means that they pre-drilled the holes for the screws, and they don't always line up. That is the only thing that I don't like. So I had to drill holes again at times, but it's okay. I think it's acceptable, especially for the price. Let's start with the assembled guitar so that we know what we're getting. I'm quite happy with the result. All these designs have been burnt in with the soldering iron, but otherwise the wood comes like this and doesn't need further treatment. And the other side. So much to my guitar playing. I'm not saying that I'm a pro. I just like to shred out around a bit, and I wanted to give you an example how the guitar can sound. But I have to say as well that I have a very simple setup. I don't need much more. I had electric guitars before, and I'm fine with this sound. I think it's not amazing, but I think it's good. It's good enough, at least for me. I'm happy with it. And yeah, my setup is also very simple, so you will probably be able to get different sound, better sounds out of that guitar with a different setup. I have Black Star Fly and a Zoom G1 effect system, so this is what I'm using. And now to the last part of the video, which is also the biggest part, I assume, the unboxing and build.
So here to an unboxing of the guitar kit. Book in German and in English, and more boxes. Main body, and the quality of it is actually surprisingly nice. It's very smooth. I don't think it needs sanding. These maybe need sanding. But otherwise it seems the wood might be even prepared already. I think there's some sort of finish on it, so it could be left like this. And this must be the neck. To unwrap with one hand. And here we go. And as with the main body, this is made really nice. It's all smooth, it doesn't need sanding. I was thinking about cutting this before, but it's actually really nicely made, so I'm not going to do that. If I cut the corners, it will not look as good as this. It's all good, all quality. So the first part is to insert the tuners into these holes. Super easy, straightforward and simple so far. It all lines up with the screw. The screws are well lining up with the screw holes, no issue there. The next step is to add the washers and nuts to the top side. This is also done in a few seconds, as you can see here. The next step is to attach the string retainers. It wasn't really clear from the manual, but it appears we have to use these little thingies for that. One long and one short one. Let's see how that goes. Yep, and with that done, we can go to the next step. For the designs, I'm using a soldering iron and so I'm adding details in this way. So this is the main body done. Here I utilized several layers of thin sprays over each other. First black, and I didn't make it very thick to get certain patterns, and then I sprayed red over it. It's essentially a technique that I use for model crafting of model cars, and I find it's at least it fits to my taste. So the next step is to mount the bridge. However, here the first issue is to find the right screws. The pictures in the manual are black and white, and it's kind of difficult to find out what screws we need. I think it is those that are needed. However, there are only 5 of them. Another issue is that the pre-drilled holes don't line up, so I'm not too happy with this. Now they want you to assemble the spring claw. However, as before, same issue, because of this black and white images in the manual, and because they don't state what screws you need, you have to guess. So I assume it's those. It took me a while to come to that conclusion. Let's see if that works out. Yep, and it appears I'm right. So we had to use those screws, and they went in nicely. The next step was to attach the these springs to the spring claw. Was pretty easy and straightforward. The next step was to mount the bridge. Here I noticed that the pre-drilled holes didn't align. That was kind of annoying, so I had to drill it. And now the fun starts. They want us to connect this with that. This is great because it's already all wired up, but already from looking at the manual, it looks like it's not well explained what to do. Let's see. So it appears that this black cable is supposed to go through this tiny hole, and this red one is supposed to go through this one. So that is done. I noticed that the cables are in the way, so I had to use the screwdriver in order to sort the cables out while pressing this down. This went through easily, the black one as well. Okay, so the next step is to link up the jack socket. It's pretty straightforward. And let's see if the holes are aligning this time. Yes, it seems to be all right. And again, we have no instructions which screws to use, but I just assumed those. For the designs, I very often took model crafting tape, and I took a piece of tape, drew my design on, for example this here, drew it on with a pen, and then cut it out with a scalpel. And now we attach the sticker. So as the next step we have to attach the neck and screw these screws through the neck plate and attach it. Next step is, according to instructions, mounting the strap buttons. Here's the same problem as before. They don't really state what we need. I think one can find it out, but I think it's not very beginner friendly. So I assume it's this screw, because we have two of them, and this one in this padding as well, and the padding is also not mentioned in the manual. But I don't see another place where this would go. And also on the other side. We're almost done. Now we just have to put the strings, attach the strings. The next step is to attach the back plate, and we're done. And here we go, the finished guitar. This one was a gift for my girlfriend, and therefore I went with this color and the color scheme, a little bit more of a punk rock style. It's I know I can do a really nice finish, but I know how much work it is. But sometimes I also appreciate a more fucked up style. And this is where this category of look then goes well. It's also much easier to finish like a matte fucked up style, and you will not worry as much if you scratch the guitar. All in all, I'm really happy to have built the guitar. As said, it was the very first guitar that I ever built. I think for some of you this might be obvious, like some of the steps, but this is not what the video is for. The video is not for people that are extremely experienced, and the kit as well not. The kit is made for the beginner, and I think for that it's perfect. It's not perfect quality wise, but it is good. Alright, thank you very much for watching, bye bye.